Long victory lap. Make those people wait. That's right, bitches. It's time. You know what it is? This isn't vehicular manslaughter pasta. This isn't armed robbery meatloaf. No, you know what this is? This is murder motherfucking casserole. Make some noise for it. Yes. We're here to do a little true crime comedy talk show. Oh my God, we love doing this. It's like halfway between like Last Podcast in the Left and the Eric Andre show. And I'm only saying that because of how sweaty I am right now. Get yourself some bourbon. Have a little bit of bourbon. Let's have a little sippy together. A little sip. Hey, everybody cheers. Whatever you're drinking. Some of that delicious Burnside West Side blend from my man Rob behind the bar. Make some noise for Rob. First night as colleagues. This is your intro to me, Rob, as brothers in the trenches. This is going to form an opinion of me that is not going to hold up well over time. It's going to be great. I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're all here. I'm happy that we have such a boisterous crowd. You know what? It's summertime. You know, we're having I mostly do this for me. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted a way to talk about murder with a microphone, and I wanted a reason to put on my nice jackets every once in a while. Because, you know, you get married, you get a nice jacket for the marriage, and then you don't do anything with the marriage jacket. So I put the marriage jacket on once a month, and I come down here and I yell with my comedian friends about death. Yeah, that's what we do. We're having a good time. I don't know. What's going on? I'm what the kids call a latent redneck. What I mean by that is I didn't realize that I was white trash until somewhat recently, at age 28 or so. It wasn't really till I moved to Portland and everybody was soggy and sad here, and I'm like, I eat a lot of squirrel growing up. And they're like, oh my God, did you grow up in Alabama? I'm like, nah, Rivertown, Iowa, Midwest, white trash shit. I've eaten a lot of squirrel. I've eaten squirrel prepared 3 different ways. And I often killed the squirrel myself. Yeah, I had squirrel stew. I've had squirrel rotisserie style, like in Shrek. And I've had whole fried squirrel, where you just take a metal skewer and you put it through the ass of the squirrel carcass, and then you dunk that into hot oil next to your grandma. And it's delicious. It's like all of the dark meat and chicken in one little helpless mammal. You know, it's wonderful. I was talking about eating squirrel once at a comedy show at an open mic, and I got off stage, and the host went, wait, Colin, have you actually eaten squirrel? And I went, yeah. And he goes, what do you do with the tail, with the floofy tail? What goes on with that when you eat a squirrel? What is that? And I go, well, I answered honestly, and this is how I knew I was really white trash. I went, well, it comes off when you peel it. And I saw an open mic host visibly gag. And that's amazing to me. Do you know how hard that is? You know the shit we sit through as open mic comedy hosts? And it started a call and response. The next comic was always like, it comes off when you feel it. Comes off when you guys don't have to do it. These are new bits. These are new jokes I wrote for the murder show. It's a pretty good time. I got to get my coaster. I don't want to leave water rings. What else are we talking about? I got a big white trash family, big old Midwestern white trash family. I got 3 of my 7 uncles were truck drivers. That's some white trash shit right there. I love it. I love all of my uncles who are truck drivers. And, they're nice guys. But tell me you're related to serial killers without just saying that sentence. It's having truck drivers. You know, I don't think that's the most obvious serial killer day job, but it's the low-hanging fruit, isn't it? You know, we're going to talk about it tonight. One of our true crime cases tonight was a truck driving serial killer. Yeah, we're going to get into it. No, I don't know. I love my uncles, but at the same time, I keep my distance. I don't want to know their inner thoughts. You know, I don't want to know what type of fantasies they keep in the most innermost caverns of their brains. You know, I'm not reading their diary. I don't want to find that shit out for my damn self. I'll hear about Uncle Greg's body count on the news. Guess you guys all have murdery uncles too. It's not specialty anymore. No, that's cool. I don't know. I as far as day jobs of serial killers going, I would think dentists would be much more unsettling than truck drivers. Don't you guys think? I don't like dentists. They're too clean. That's how you know they're calculating motherfuckers. They're too, like, they got gloves on all the time. They're not touching shit. Like, it's bad news. I don't like it one bit. They're always... Teeth men, to me, are just like fucking... Like old-timey carnies. They're like, hey, let me put my fingers in your mouth and then you pay me for it. I don't like it. You know why? Because if a truck driver was a serial killer, we'd catch him immediately. Truck drivers are sloppy, what with their cigars hanging out of their faces. Dentist serial killers, he's taking that to his grave, you know. He's cleaning up everything. There's going to be no reproachment or any kind of legacy befoulment. Hey, it's Zachary Clark. Everybody make some noise for Zachary. Hey, another comedian who's going to pretend to be an audience member, I hope. Yeah, we love that. People always try to say that I'm a serial killer because of how I look and what I'm passionate about, which makes sense. I think that makes sense. But I don't have a day job. I'm a bartender. I work here. You can't be a bartender and be killing folks. Not that it wouldn't be easy. People trust me. They give me whatever they want if I'm charming enough. They'll drink whatever I put in front of them because they don't want to hurt my feelings. Nobody wants to see a fat man with a mustache cry. Do you? Will that get you laughing if I do that? No. No, you can't. That's the main reason you can't be a serial killer if you're a bartender. Is like it's just too fucking easy. You deal with drunks all the time. It'd be there's no challenge in that at all. Put it this way, folks. I used to bartend at this place back home in Iowa that was called the Riverfront Roadhouse. You understand? And it was called that because it was right on the river. And the back patio had a special area where all the fat Midwestern postmen would go when they were too drunk. And we called it the Ralph Rail. You know how? You know why? You know why? Because it's what they held on to puke directly into the Mississippi River. And I used to go out to that patio and have my smoke breaks. Do you know how easy it would have been? Mississippi River is 1 mile wide and has a very strong current. You know how easy it could have been for me to just put a boot to the ass and just knock a fucking father of four into the water? No evidence, no body, no murder weapon. I'm set. Too easy. There's no feeling of the hunt. See, the Joes are now like, why the fuck did we hire him as a bartender? This is unsettling. And I tailor-made those jokes for you. For the Joes! Make some noise for the Joes and for Cody. Yes. And mostly for Cody. No, I could be doing that all the time if I wanted to be serial killing and bartending. I could be kicking fucking fat Midwestern dudes into the river every weekend, dealing with my daddy issues one day at a time. Yeah, you guys seem nice and warmed up, don't you? Yeah, it's a good time. It's a good time. We're going to do some stand-up comedy next, and then we're going to get into some news and some murder talk, and we're going to play some games. You want to play games with your old Uncle Colin? You're going to love it. Oh, my God. First comic we got, she came all the way up here from Salem, and I'm not paying her gas money. You know, I'm just going to be, you go back for it. You go back. She's great. She does a whole bunch of graphic design work. She books shows. She just generally kills it all the time. So make some noise for my friend and yours, Jane Malone!
Thanks, Colin. Oh, my God, Portland, thank you so much for having me up. I am Jane Malone. I haven't killed anybody yet, but I'm thinking about it, you know? I don't know. I'm single, and I'm afraid to die alone, so I've been tampering with the brakes on a lot of public transit lately. I'm single, and I'm afraid to die alone, so I've been, slowly poisoning the office water cooler. I work from home. It's not going as well as you might think. It's making my cat kind of sick. It's fine. I'm single and I'm afraid to die alone, so I have been tainting the city reservoir at night, but by that, I just mean that I've been dipping my taint into the city reservoir at night. I don't think anyone's gonna die. I just like how fresh it feels. I don't know. I've been doing this thing. Let me know if you have heard of it. It's called online dating. Someone kill me. I've been dating online for the past 20 years, though. That's not even a hyperbole. Like, I used to pick up men in AOL Town Square chat rooms. That's a real thing I used to do. Like, I've dated off Craigslist. Like, I shouldn't be here right now. You know what I mean? Like, I've been promiscuous slutty in America for the last 20 years. You're welcome. And, like, thank you. Thanks, Joe. And if you do those numbers, if you crunch those numbers, if you do that math, like, I have totally fucked a serial killer. Ah, see? That's why I did... Right? Yeah, that's why I did the joke. It's just a little bit sad, though, because apparently I didn't make the cut on that either. It's fine. I shouldn't be here right now. I don't know. I try to date, but like it's not very successful for me because I don't know if you know this, but the men are just fucking. You're terrible right now. You're terrible. Oh my God. Are you doing it on purpose? Like it feels intentional. They hate you. It's okay. I understand that I have a hard time dating because like I have a terrible fucking attitude about it. But it's also hard to date because men won't buy quality furniture, you know? And like I'm a big girl. Like my ass will shred your IKEA bed frame like Godzilla through the particle board forest. Like rah! You know what I mean? Do you have a shitty couch? My ass will break your shitty couch. I don't give a fuck about your shitty couch. The last time I even tried to get laid, I was on the edge of his bed, and then I pulled him onto me, and his bed frame burst into splinters. And then I ghosted him, you know, because, like, it was embarrassing. I broke his furniture, and, like, I never spoke to him again. And I will do it to you, too. I am a terrible person. I am a terrible person. I'm not a man or anything. Jesus Christ, you know? Like, I can take rejection without an AR-15. That's all I'm saying. I know, right? Shots fired. You guys will be fine. I'm sure of it. Yeah, right? Oh, this is such a weird way to do a set. I love it. It reminds me of COVID days. You remember doing like Zoom comedy and it would just be like black squares and you would be like, is this working? And you would have no idea. And then you'd just be like, I talked for 15 minutes. I must rock. It's fine. It's just completely bizarre. I don't know. I've been, I have a hard time in society in general. I have a lot of tics. I don't know. I think I have autism, but they didn't have autism for girls in the 80s growing up. So I'm not really sure that that's what I have. I just know that, like, I worry a lot about how much my arm is swinging when I walk. You know, like, I don't know that it's autism, but there's definitely a maybe about it. I don't know. I feel like I'm like a clitoris of a person, you know, because it takes me just a really long time to warm up to you. And most of the time it doesn't happen. Genuinely, like most of the time it does not happen. I'm like a clitoris of a person. Like most people, like my functionality is widely debatable and most people have no idea that I exist at all. But mainly I'm like a clitoris of a person because you all are rubbing me the wrong way constantly. It's so dumb. I don't know. I've thought for a long time now that like I would be so hot if I was like two girls, like half my size. Like two girls, half my size, not twins. I am both girls. I'm both girls in this scenario. And together we sail around on a yacht with Pitbull. That's just in my mind what would happen if I was two. You guys like Pitbull? I fucking love Pitbull. Not his music, that's gross. that's fucking disgusting. But I love Pitbull because, like, I don't know, like, he loves all the ladies. You know what I mean? Like, and that's me. I'm all the ladies. Every one of us right now, I am all the ladies. And when you're a bigger girl, you kind of have to date a weirdo, you know? And there's nobody fucking weirder than Pitbull. There just isn't. Like, Mr. Worldwide, that shit is fucking wild to me. Mr. Worldwide. Like, pit bulls aren't legal in 21 countries. Did you know that? Mr. Worldwide. Not legal in 14 states. Like, Mr. Worldwide. Not in this HOA, sir. It's cool. I like the name Pitbull because it kind of infers that he's cool with drool. And that's important. Because my pussy is wet like a dog's mouth. It's just like, watch your sleeve. She'll get you. You know, it's fine. I don't know. It's just been weird lately. I don't know. I've been trying to go out. I've been trying to date men. It's just hard because it's like, I don't know. I watch my girlfriends date, and they date men that are so bad. It's like they're doing a monthly challenge I know nothing about. Like, oh, it's neckbeard November already, or like unchecked mental illness March. That was a lot of fun. I don't know. I think I'm not doing it right. I don't think I understand men. Like, your priorities are all fucked up to me. Like, I don't get it. Like, why does the penis have to be that long? Like, I'm a big girl. Every time I'm with a guy with an above average penis, I'm always worried we're going to get going too fast, too passionate, and all of a sudden I'm going to break its neck like a turkey, like, woo, and then it's dead forever. You know what I mean? Like, they don't sell insurance for that shit. And, like, obviously you all know that the average woman is only 4.5 inches deep. Like, this is 4.5 inches. Like, where are you going? Like, there's no bottom basement. There's no trap door. You are there, Kyle. Stop trying to bruise my cervix. What the fuck, you know? That's not fun for any of us. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of men trying to, like, play with my orgasm. I do not like it when you do that alphabet thing. I don't know. Grow up. Eat pussy like a man. I don't know what to tell you about that. We hate that. Every time a guy does that alphabet thing, I'm like, oh my God, did he just spell his own name? You know, did he just spell his own? And now I can't come. And you don't like it when I play with your orgasm either. When I have like a nice hard cock in my hand, and instead of sucking it like a good girl, I pretend it's a gear shift on the Autobahn, and I'm like, vroom, vroom. It's a standard H. Vroom. Oh no, we have to reverse. Vroom. Men hate that. Oh. All right, thank you for having me. I'm Jane Malone.
Jane Malone. Don't leave her alone. Because her brother, she might bone. Wait, your brother. I fucked that up. God damn it, clap for Jane. We can fix that. We can fix that. No, don't fuck anyone's brother. I mean, what if it's you don't know? Okay, none of my brothers. I don't think I have any. I think we're good. I got brothers. All right. Enough of the brother fucking. You know, you bunch of brother fuckers. Quit. Down, Jane. Down. Down. Someone spray water on her. Just kidding. But not really at all. I don't know. Don't shield your eyes from me, friend. This is an intimate conversation amongst friends at this point. I love that. Let's keep this old thing going. All right, we got a guestie for you. We got a guestie. It's a good time. I love this guy. He hosts the show over at my father's place. It's a damn good time. Make some noise for my buddy Michael Phelps.
That crew from the 516 point of view with skills so tight in the rhymes of a
Mattox, everyone. Colin Mattox. Come on, clap for Colin. There we go. There we go. Now we're clapping. That's good. Now we're clapping. Crime. Huh? Who's doing it? Who's doing crimes? Any criminals? All right. Has anyone here ever been stabbed? One person? All right. Was it two people? Wow, that's.
Stabbed of, like, cut with the batarang, like we got at a Kentucky gun show. It was like a Batman symbol, but the wings were bladed. Lots of Bacardi. Don't recommend it.
Okay. There's a lot of details. I appreciate it. Someone just dropped their keys? Oh, it's okay. No, it's all good. It triggered. It is totally irrelevant to where I was going, but it triggered this memory of a friend of mine who's in AA who said there's like a thing when you drop your keys during a meeting when someone talks about something that's sexy. And we were just talking about getting stabbed. Which I guess if, that could be a euphemism for, like, getting fucked, right? We got so stabbed so good last night. Did I get so stabbed? 4-inch blade. Okay. I ask about if anyone's been stabbed because I'm going to tell a story that if you have, it might be triggering. But since they're cool with talking about it. So I work in like a mental health clinic, and this is a while back, but one day a client came in and attacked our security guard, Eric, by repeatedly stabbing him with a knife. It was a lot. There's a lot of stabbings. I just kind of looked at the situation. I was like, whoa, that's not a bat in his hand. That's a knife. And that's not a piñata. That's a guy. What's this is crazy. And I don't know if you have ever been in a situation at work where one of your coworkers gets stabbed on the clock, but there tends to be a little bit of a bustling around the office. This is kind of, the word spreads. It's talked about, around the water cooler. Conversations about The Bachelorette tend to take a back seat to the stabbing. And in response to this, I want you all to know also, by the way, that Eric's fine. He's recovered, physically at least. I don't know. Emotionally, he might be different forever, but he's good. And in response to like this terrible thing that happened on the job, senior leadership thought, oh, you know what? To make it up to Eric to show our appreciation for a security guard and this horrible injury that incurred on the job, let's get him a greeting card. Which I personally felt was a bit lackluster. It's just a nice, like, hey, sorry you got stabbed greeting card. Those are popular in the Hallmark section. But that was the solution. That's what people decided to do. And I wanted to sign the card, so I went and I found it upstairs. I was like, oh, I got to sign this card. I wonder what it's going to look like. And I was surprised. It was a very nice handmade card out of, like, construction paper and ribbon. And it was very well put together, and I opened it up to sign my piece. And, of course, I read what everyone else had written in the card, because if I get a greeting card, I'm reading all of your comments, and I'm judging each and every one of them very harshly. If I could put the GIF of Michael Jackson eating popcorn in the greeting card, I would, because that's what I'm doing. But I was reading through it, and I was actually very, I was touched that there were so many nice, emotional outpourings for the stabbing of our security guard, until I saw one comment right in the center of the page that was, perfect penmanship. It was just 2 words and a signature. It said, "Happy birthday." Signed, Mitch. I just had to stand there and be like, Mitch, I'm sorry. Did you miss the memo about the stabbing? Did you think the clinic was closed for 2 days? Because they were like, man, these folks have been working hard. And then I had another thought. I liked to think and believe in my heart that Mitch was the first person to sign the card. And then the second person had to walk around the office with the card and be like, hey, excuse me, did Eric also have a birthday? And if so, is there going to be cake? And if so, if there is, then how are we going to cut it? Because a knife seems kind of inappropriate. Anyway, this murdery thing was maybe a good idea. Situational awareness, folks. You got to pay attention to the things going on around you. Otherwise, you might end up being a topic of this entire show. So, all right, I got to go. Thank you all for being here. Give it up for Colin. Give it up for yourselves. All right, bye-bye.
That's Michael Phelps, everybody. Keep it going for Michael Phelps. Clap for him, you cowards. Oh, man. Fucking Arsenio Hall all of a sudden. Love that. Man, I would love it if we had that kind of audience, just mostly black. Because then I would know that I wasn't doing anything wrong, Because how else are you supposed to know as a white man? I think I'm good. This isn't what we're here to talk about. We're not talking about the general crimes of the white race. We'll save that for Zachary's episode. Yeah, there we go. But we got one more comic for you, and then we're gonna get into the guts, get into the gore of it. All right, this guy's super funny. He hosts this show called Couch Change. It's a damn good time. You should check it out. Also, make some noise for my good buddy and yours, Elijah Mang. Yeah.
Hi. Good job, Colin. Make it really loud for Colin Mattox right fucking now, everybody. Yeah. Oh, God. What's up, murder heads? It's really cool up here on stage. I like that you did this for us, but not for them. That's nice. So, women get a bad rap, end of joke, next joke. No, I think women get a bad rap for like getting like a emotional breakdown, bad haircuts. I think dudes do the same thing. I'm living proof of it personally. Like, have you ever woke up after getting a bad haircut and then look at yourself in the mirror and then you're like, wait a second, what the fuck is your name and badge number? Because that's how I fucking woke up this morning, wondering why the fuck is there an officer in my kitchen. But yeah, dudes also get fucked up haircuts, and I've been getting a bad break with mine. I think every single time I enter a Great Clips, it doesn't matter what I tell them. I always leave looking exactly like Mike Pence every fucking time. You can tell them whatever you want, but they're just like, okay, fuck. Anyways, I got some new jokes I wanted to talk about. But while I distract you, make it loud for Colin one more time. Yeah. Anyways, one thing that I love to do, and I used to like to do with my ex, is I think this kind of ticked her off, but I would like shout "I love you" in public, to the point where like she'd be like, "What the fuck are you doing?" But little did she know I was doing that to mask my farts. I'd be like, "I love you," and the whole time I'm ripping ass. It's the most romantic way to fart in front of your partner. I highly recommend it. Next joke. I think the fellas in this room can understand, like, urinals that flush as soon as you walk away are pretty tight because you don't have to touch the thing to flush it. It's a lot of germs that are spreading around. But the urinals that flush immediately after you put your cock in your pants is a little sus to me. Like, I want to know how the fuck do they know what is going on right there to that level where they immediately flush it. Like, I haven't even walked away from the urinal yet. I'm pretty sure that, it should register that I'm still here. But I don't know. Your boy made such a big impact at the urinal that they just had to flush it. Fuck. I love 82nd a lot because there's no place like it. I had one of my first jobs ever at the Carl's Jr. over there on Powell and 82nd, and I worked there as an assistant manager when I was 16. Yeah, my mom was super proud of me. And the weirdest part about like working in any kind of like managerial position at a Carl's Jr. while you're still in high school is that you have to make the fucking schedule that grown-ass adults have to live their lives by while you get done with your studies. Like one time I had a single father who had like a shared custody situation with his son, I was told. And he asked me for the weekend off because it was apparently like his son's birthday weekend. And I was like, yeah, of course, it's not too much trouble to swing. And then I was like, wait a second, isn't that 420 weekend? I was like, fuck no, I want to get high with my friends, Sorry, you're not getting that weekend off. But Carl's Jr. did make me a monster. And to be fair, I don't think Carl's Jr. exists to make us better people. I don't think I've ever left a Carl's Jr. just, splendid about my current life events. Never been killing it as I've been leaving a Carl's Jr. Never felt that way. Especially not after leaving that job. One of the first jobs that I had right after that was just right down the street at the Goodwill. And you get to see a lot of weird people. One time, our changing rooms were out of order, and then one time a dude was walking past the changing rooms and saw that there was a sign there that just said out of order, and then so he just dropped his pants and then just started changing. And honestly, I don't even think he was trying on pants. I think he was just hanging out at this fucking Goodwill. Like, that's what people do over there on 82nd and Powell. It's a whole thing. Has anybody gotten their car broken into semi-recently? Yeah? I'm sorry to hear it, Joe. I hope that... I was about to say, I hope that you really did and you're not just pity clapping, but I do not actually hope that you got your car broken into. Oh, I'm so... Oh, you have the wheel lock on it? Nice. I bet it'd be so satisfying to, like, beat up an intruder with it as they're trying to rob your car. Yeah. Did you thought of it as a secondary weapon when you bought it? I know that you did. What did they take? Did they take anything? They just smash?
Nothing really, just caused a lot of like financial damage.
Oh. Emotional damage or no?
Emotional and financial.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
I'm better now.
I'm glad that it didn't keep you from coming here. I'm really glad to see you. Make it really loud for Joe Michigan's car. I guess I'll turn that into a joke and then I'll leave. So, you know, I've lived here for about 9 years. The only one time I've ever had my car broken into, for some reason, they threw a whole brick through my fucking window to take all of the sauce packets in my glove box. That was the only thing they took, was all of the ketchup, mayonnaise, and mustard. And yeah, very perplexed at why they did this. And the only thing I can tell myself at the end of the day to make me okay with this situation is, what if the car they broke into before mine, they just stole a dry hot dog and they really need the sauces just a lot more than I do? So I'm cool with giving that up, and I'm also writing it off as a charitable contribution on my taxes. Yeah, I'm done. Where do you...
Now I'ma take a try and get a piece of the pie. If they give me 1 sec to get some wreck. Never filled with anger, a good body banger. If you try to step to this, you'll get hung on my anger.
Now's this part of the show where we ask Elijah and Jane to come sit up on the stage with me so we can do show stuff.
But Michael Phelps doesn't have to sit up here.
No,
and do
Michael
show
Phelps
stuff?
might come back, and he's the guestie. We have a
Okay.
we have a very specific pecking order here at Murder Casserole. Get on in there. Get on in there,
Right.
bud, boy, son. I don't know. Are you cool?
Michael
Phelps is still
right
here.
there.
He's
I
right
could
there.
See him.
He didn't. I
see
mean,
you.
fuck it. Do you want to come up for this
Joe
part?
set
It
up
doesn't
4.
matter. Well, that's for the game. I have a
Oh,
I have
no.
a thing, Jane. No, we're doing my thing, Michael.
We're doing his thing. We're not. I'm not doing your thing.
You're doing my thing, damn it.
Fine.
You're gonna like it too.
You guys bought me dinner. I don't have a choice. I
I
already ate the dinner. Damn it.
It's very nice that you guys are here. Thank you for being here. Can we get another round of applause for Elijah and Jane for plying their wares on our humble stage? Yes, this is where the magic happens, guys.
It feels magical.
Yeah, I like this. This is a good dynamic. Do you feel secure, Elijah?
Yeah,
Good.
I do.
Does he look like he's sitting between his parents at like a parent-teacher
Yeah, at a
conference? Yeah.
Parent-teacher conflicts. We're worried that he's falling asleep a lot, and I think what's mostly doing that is the weed.
I don't know. I think you look mostly like the principal that my single mom would take me to go see because I'm in some kind of trouble.
Man, I'm a cool fucking
What did
looking
you do?
principal tonight. Like, I'm just saying, oh, I got blood on my dick.
Oh,
What
no.
happened there? There's some
have a
kind of red
guess.
thing on my pants, and it looks like blood. It might just be. I didn't need to point that out. Let's just do that.
I feel like no one would have noticed.
No, but I would have noticed, Jane. Let's get it. Let me ask you a question. Warm us up, Jane. Let me ask you.
Yeah.
This is
I got
murder.
all the info.
This is murder casserole. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say you're being murdered.
Yes. Finally.
What method would you prefer? If someone's like, you have no choice, you're getting murdered, but you get to choose the way in which, let's be honest, the man does it.
Okay, that's fair. I think
Yeah.
that like I am, in this instance, I would be more of a traditionalist. I think that probably choking to death is the way to go.
Hell yeah.
Stabbing is a secondary. But if I have to be murdered and it's not by a man, I would like to be bitten in half by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh, that's. I mean, all Tyrannosaurus Rexes are men.
I feel like that's probably true.
It's just like how all dogs are men and all cats are women.
I'm gonna not argue with that
Yeah,
because
that's a thing.
it seems like it's like part of your ethos, and so I'm gonna let you keep it. It's foundational. I don't want
Thank
to touch it.
you.
That's a load bearing belief
Hey, can I
system.
just tell you, Jane?
Yeah.
Thank you for not challenging me.
Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna. If you're wrong, I just let you have it these days.
Yeah.
Like I am not interested in dialogue or discourse or trying to win you over with debate. I'm just like, you just keep that. That's cool.
Yeah, I feel like more people need to be told that they're just wrong, but
Yeah.
I do. I admire that self.
Whenever
yeah.
I tell people they're wrong, they get all like pissy about it. So I just,
No.
I
And when
just
you're
roll
told
with
that
it.
you're wrong,
I am never wrong.
of
So-
course, yeah, no, that's what that
So-
sounds like. That's what I was betting you'd say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't. That was a
No, it's
cunty
okay.
response. Do you guys like? This is not what I was gonna ask, but do you guys like how like cunty has come back? Is like the cool hip thing to say now? Like they're serving cunt, and then when you put it on like TikTok, you put the V instead of the U, so it's cunty.
I'm 43. I don't have a TikTok.
You don't know what's
I
up
don't
with
have a
that?
TikTok.
Okay, well it's a
I
trend
do
right
like
now.
cunt. I like the word
I was
cunt.
actually driving down Hawthorne, and then somebody was waving a fan, one of these, at them, and then when it opened up, it said "cunt."
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
so
it's
I know
become.
what you mean. It's making a comeback.
Now, when I was a child, that was like the worst thing you could say to someone with a vagina, and
Really, I used to
Yeah.
call my mom cunt all the time.
yeah, me too.
Just
But
kidding.
then they'd hit me.
That's fair. It feels like it's like anything, like how you, a lot of it's going to be inflection and venom and how you say
Yeah.
it for sure. But my kids are allowed to say cunt. There are other things they are not allowed to say, but cunt is fine.
I'm really curious about what they're
What
not
they're
allowed
not
to
allowed
say.
I knew
yeah,
it.
if that's
yeah.
the
Just think of
mid-bar.
any slur that you're not allowed to say on a comedy stage, and those are that. Like the F word in our
Oh.
house is not fuck. They
It's
can
not-
say that.
Oh,
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But if my kids say slurs, that's a whole
Yeah.
that's a whole fucking thing.
Of-
Like, I would be
to
fucking
any
pissed.
race, creed, or
Yes, we
identification.
don't do hate speech in my house.
Okay,
Are you
I didn't
wild?
know if there were special exemptions.
No, there's. I
Like-
mean, you get to say whatever you want about Nazis and fascists. I think that
Okay,
that's really
that's
where
cool.
like we're allowed to go.
Wiener
balls to the wall.
schnitzel chomper.
Well, if-
that's a slur that's allowed in the Malone
If
abode.
they have a hateful ideology, that's something they can change, and I feel like the onus is on them not to be a
Yeah.
hateful bastard, as opposed to me not to fucking hate them.
Nice. So when one of your kids took the other one's toy, it was cool with you to be like, "Fuck you, Idi Amin."
As long as like nothing crazy was happening.
Ugandan genocide. Anybody? All right. Elijah.
Talk to us about genocide.
Not even that. Not even that.
Sorry.
This is
Let's talk
murder
about it.
casserole. This is murder casserole.
Genocide is murder.
What's your ideal?
I just want
I
to say
think
that.
I think genocide casserole should be an extension to
Genocide
this show,
casserole.
personally.
Is a hell of a fucking show. That's
We don't have time
can't
for
have
for all
Olivia
that.
Zivit on it. I'm sorry.
Is there going to be like cream of mushroom soup? Like, why is
No.
it? How is it casserole?
What? Because of the murder?
And then cream
Oh,
of
you mean the
mushroom
name
soup,
of the
and
show?
then like
Yeah,
you put fried
I was-
onions on the top.
Yeah. Well, there's many different casseroles. A casserole is any kind of baked, savory dish that you put in like a casserole dish and pop in the
We're
oven.
gonna get baked.
Yeah, we can get baked later.
Fuck yes.
Is a lasagna a casserole?
A lasagna
Yes,
is
it's
definitely
an
a
Italian
casserole. Is
casserole.
that your? That was my question. What's your ideal casserole?
I absolutely. This fun fact about me: one of the foods I cannot fucking stand is lasagna.
Really?
Yeah. Can't,
Why is that a
I
fun
hate it.
fact?
I think everybody loves lasagna for some reason. I don't know why.
Do you like other kinds of pasta?
Yeah.
It's just the baked aspect you don't like?
I think you should just eat pizza.
Yeah.
If you're-
Well,
If that's what you're after, go have a fucking slice.
you can't. So spaghetti bolognese is also bullshit.
No, spaghetti's pretty good.
Okay. Well, there's this. I feel like
I like a
I feel like the
spaghetti.
container is your problem, and pasta's not bready enough for you.
I don't know. Whenever I dig into a lasagna, it's like I see what you're going for. There's layers to it, and you're trying to bake something that doesn't need to be. I don't know. It's like,
Are you
what the
like?
fuck
Are you
doing
going
with
over to
this?
someone who's having like a house-made Italian like lasagna? Like
Oh
they make it
yeah,
from
I'm
scratch?
definitely going to my Italian friends' homes while they're making lasagna
Yeah,
from scratch.
that's
And you're
what I'm
like,
saying.
this is
and telling
bullshit.
you, this
It
is
should
why
be a
you guys
pizza.
lost the Second World War. You fucking piece of shit. It's because lasagna's garbage.
Well, I figured it was like if you're just eating Stouffer's, then yeah, you're probably not gonna have the best relationship with lasagna.
That's probably what my mom fed me when I was a
Yeah.
little kid. Yeah.
I fucks with a Stouffer's lasagna. I'll smoke a whole bowl and then just pour like fucking Cholula over that before popping it in the oven.
Mm.
Just go to town.
There you go.
You like that, Jane?
I eat
You look
fucking
disappointed.
anything.
Yeah.
I don't know if you can see me from here. I will eat that table if it comes to it. I don't give a
I'll
shit.
make. You know what we'll make sometime? I'll
Yeah.
make you guys a good breakfast potato-y casserole with the eggs and the cream cheese and the
Okay.
sausage, and it's nice.
And I'll eat that too.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
So we like.
I didn't
to-
starve to death, Joe. That's not what happened.
That's not your preferred method of murder, is someone to slowly starve you to death.
I know that didn't happen to me. I
Yeah,
know it
in
didn't.
a former life.
By a T-Rex.
right?
That'd be great.
My legs fell free. I'm always like, look at my legs. Can you identify these tattoos?
What
My
this
kids
is
are so
telling me is
fucked up.
if we were going over the Donner Party, you'd definitely be a survivor.
Yeah, I don't think you should eat me because I don't know. Dahmer says that tattoos don't taste good, and I am mostly tattooed. Like,
Is that true?
That's what he says. The
I
ink
didn't
makes the
hear
meat
that.
taste gross. So.
I believe he had that kind of weird picadillo, but
It's
that's
true.
like...
Yeah, Dahmer's like, you don't fucking draw with a Sharpie on your food before you eat it, so I'm not about to eat somebody who's tatted up. Personally.
Hearing about Jeffrey Dahmer's is... I know so much about him. Hearing about Jeffrey Dahmer's dietary differences is like... It's like seeing a picture of your dad wearing shorts.
Did he
You
have
know, it
like
doesn't seem
serious
right.
bowel issues from eating people?
I don't think so. You can... I mean, it's just meat.
I wonder
you know,
what
if you
his
cook
like
it.
health is
It's
like.
not like Mad Cow
I mean, he's
where
dead
you
now.
eat it.
Oh, yeah. I know he's dead.
That's
but I
fair. He
wonder,
is
like,
dead,
what
so
his-
he doesn't eat people
I
now.
wonder
That's
what
important.
his like nutritional well-being
Write that
was
down.
like when he
During
was
it, I
in
happen
his
to...
heyday.
Yeah, in the heyday, he was in good shape. He was also like an obsessive power lifter.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then once he got to prison, he got
You know
kind of
what?
doughy.
You know something about Jeffrey Dahmer being in better physical shape than me doesn't sit right. You know,
Yeah.
with me and how my life is going. So
I feel like
I,
most
have,
that.
I
serial
think I
killers
have
are in
a
pretty
lot
good
of thinking
shape.
to do whenever I leave this place tonight.
Yeah, well, we're going to get into it because this tonight's theme is going to make you want to hit the road. Going to make you want to ramble and rove.
There's
All
a
right?
theme.
There's a theme.
That's
So
exciting.
I picked 3
Themed
true
murder.
crime cases, and they're all on a theme. They all kind of have something in connect. But we're not there yet, Jay. Don't you hop this bus. We got to go over the news first, guys. We got to read out our news gories. Oh, boy. Yes, clap for the news. It's fun. All right, these are just a few little stories, and you know. So, a 34-year-old in Kentucky, woman named Kesha Kennedy has pled guilty to calling 911 for false emergencies over 400 times in the last year. This lady's just like, there's nothing going on. She calls 911. She says, I'm dying. And they pick her up and they take her to the hospital where she admits that there's nothing wrong with her. Big problem with this and why it broke the law is because, calling emergency services for a non-emergency is a problem. It's a crime. And also, such a small town that one time when the fire department was helping her with nothing, a real person who was having an emergency fucking died. So this woman kind of like by proxy, killed someone, which makes sense given that her last name's Kennedy.
Dun dun.
Nah, Bay of Pigs. Teddy Kennedy driving the thing into the thing. Teddy Kennedy still passively killing folks. This is a new level of the Pick Me Girl. It's called Save Me Ho.
Oh my God.
I used to pay someone to write these for me.
That's wild. I
Yeah,
cannot
and
imagine.
then I ran out of money.
I can't imagine calling the cops 400 times. Like, I'm not a telephone person anyway,
Yeah.
but like, I don't call anyone 400 times a month. Like, that's wild.
Well, and it's like I said, it's a small town. So you have to imagine at a certain point they're like, "What is it now, Kesha?"
Oh, Kesha.
They just
you
turn
don't
into
mean
like
anything.
it's just like Cheers, but with people with guns. Norm, Kesha. No, you guys get the bit. Next news, gory. Fuck you. An Illinois live-in nurse got 60 years in prison for killing an elderly client. The motive? Her TV was on too loud.
She got 60 years for just the one murder?
He got 60
I'm sorry,
years.
they got 60 years for just the one murder?
Yeah.
I think 60 years is kind of.
But
a
he's
lot,
in his
'cause they're about
40s,
to die
so he's
anyways.
going to die in there. Like,
I just think that's. I didn't think they usually cared that much. Like, it feels like nurses kill people all the time. I don't mean to besmirch nursing. Just
well,
like,
this
there's a
dipshit
lot of
did it-
documentaries.
Well,
out
that's
right
the thing. That's another, like I was talking about in my set. There's a lot of, there's a few serial killers who were nurses and were able to get away with it for a really long time. It's a Munchausen by proxy thing. This guy didn't do that. He didn't do just like a little bit of air in your IV bag, a little bit of too much Thorazine. He just fucking beat her to death with a cane.
It's less subtle that way.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
less
yeah.
subtle than typical
So
nurse
this
crime.
is really cathartic for all of us with boomer age mothers.
You can just beat him to death with a cane.
Yeah. Well, I don't
That's what he's
have to
saying.
now because I know someone did it. I know he went to prison for it. So now I see this and I go, "Don't do that to Michelle."
Yeah. You got two strangers on a train.
Should
something
change
that.
my mom's name for that joke.
Is your mom's name Michelle?
Yeah, one of them.
That's my mom's name.
Oh, cool. 1 L or 2?
too.
Oh, fuck you.
Is your other mom Denise?
Michelle.
No, that's her sister's name.
Wild. That's
Yeah.
my mother's name. Since we're sharing.
Michelle and Lisa. They both have the same middle name. It's kind of fun.
Lisa is my sister's name.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at us.
Women have
We're
names.
bonding.
We're making
Wild.
connections over here.
Wild how women have just names and shit.
Isn't it stupid?
Crazy.
Luckily, the good news is this woman who was murdered by her live-in nurse, she didn't hear him coming, because the TV was so loud. The last thought that went through her head was probably something like, man, you know what? Drew Carey's doing an all right job replacing Bob Barker.
And he is. He doesn't get a lot.
Drew Carey,
is
you would
killing
talk
it.
about who I want to be my long-lost donor father. I think it could have been Drew Carey.
During the writer's strike, there were 2 different locations where he was paying the tab for the full restaurant for the entire thing.
That's
If you
nice.
went and you showed your fucking
you
SAG
get
card,
money.
they'd get free food and
He's a
shit.
stand-up dude.
He made like $600 million doing the Drew Carey show, so he can fund fucking restaurants forever. It was the heyday of fucking 90s TV. You could
We
make
need
$1
the
zillion
Arizona Iced Tea CEO of acting.
I saw him make love to a dog outside of Fred Meyer.
Oh, wow. What kind of dog?
That's
I
beautiful.
couldn't tell you.
It's a very nonchalant, cancelable offense from
I don't know.
Elijah.
We
Is
have
it?
to mention
I don't know.
we
Not
have
if the dog was consenting.
dogs can't consent, Colin.
Why not?
No animals,
You
no
can
children.
look at their eyes.
No, dogs can't consent.
Well, I'm on
dogs
with the
can't
children,
consent.
but
at
like,
home, no,
no. But if
No.
you ask the question and then they look excited,
no.
what else?
Even if he really loves peanut butter, no.
He wasn't fucking the dog. He was making love to the dog,
Yeah, come on.
as I specified.
Yeah.
I feel like
If he was raping the
Potato,
dog, he would have said he was
roast
raping the
potato.
dog.
Yeah, that's
The
not
dog
what
was
happened.
clearly into it, Jane.
yeah.
I don't know why this is so hard for you to grasp.
I just don't. I can't get it. Oh, it's probably my female brain. It's
Yeah.
my girl brain. Just won't wrap around it.
Glad you said it. Yeah. All right, last news, Gory. A Georgia man killed his son during a family fishing tournament.
Finally.
Yeah. Nothing fuels violent family resentment like sitting quietly in nature.
Have you ever been fishing? It is not.
It's quiet for me.
Oh, I don't know. My family screams the whole
He
time.
killed his
Oh.
son during a fishing tournament?
Yeah, fishing tournament.
Damn, he must have sucked.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the father's defense, quote, the boy couldn't cast a line for a darn sight.
He was just catching frogs out there.
So those are the news, Gories. Clap for the news. This week in true crime, except for the biggest ones. I didn't want to write Trump jokes. Seemed like low-hanging fruit. All right, let's get into it. This is a very local case. So the theme for this month's episode, guys, for this month's show, is traveling serial killers. So these are all guys who covered many miles on their killing sprees. They had jobs that suited them for it. It worked out well. And this first one, we're going to have a couple of local references. This first one we're talking about, he's a local boy. Oregon, Portland, committed his first murders right downtown.
And we have him
my
right
God.
here in the house tonight.
And
it's
we've
Matt
got
Franco.
He's been in the bathroom closet for 3 hours. He's going to be thrilled. Randy, come on out.
That would
Yeah,
be
that's right.
amazing.
We are covering the I-5 killer, sometimes known as Randall Woodfield. Yeah, and guess what? He's not even the worst Randy we're going to talk about tonight. That's kind of fun. You guys like guys named Randy?
I can only think of
I
Randy Quaid.
can't think of a
don't-
single person in my life.
Yeah,
I've
it's like
met
Randy
named
Quaid, and who else you got?
Randy Jackson.
Randall from Helium. I call him Randy
Ooh,
sometimes.
what about Randall from Clerks?
Oh, yeah. He's a
Yeah.
pretty good one. I got an Uncle Randy. He grows a bunch of weed. That's pretty cool.
I got an Uncle Rudy. I'm out.
That's cool. I like an Uncle Rudy. Don't leave your kids alone with Uncle Rudy. No, Randall Woodfield, he was born in 1950. Sorry.
He's dead. Rudy's dead. Anyway.
It was just you putting the mic down to be like, that's what you're going with, Colin? Oh, funny.
I thought this was the story part. I was trying
This
to be
is the
supportive.
story part. So Randy was born in 1950. Let's get a picture. There's Randall Woodfield right there. Yeah, there you can see Randy. That's a mugshot.
That is a man.
All right, looking dude. He's a good-looking guy. That's the thing. By serial killer standards, definitely. You know.
Yeah, I think he's hot. He definitely murdered someone.
Yeah. So, born to a well-off family down in Newport, his talent on the football field got his high school sexual record expunged. Yeah.
I mean, is it really a sexual assault record if you're really good at football?
Yeah.
You know,
That's
like
the thing. He was a wide receiver. He got caught a couple of times, like, exposing himself to young women, assaulting young women, and his coach was like, yeah, but we need him on Fridays.
Have you
How about
seen
we
him
just get
throw
this
the
figured
ball?
out? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, he was a wide receiver.
Oh, okay.
That's the thing.
That doesn't change it for me. I'm still like,
Well, he's the one
football.
who catches the ball.
Oh, okay. Excellent. He catches the ball.
Receiver, yeah.
Yeah. I don't care, Colin. I still have kids, right? Jesus Christ. I'm still a woman.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So, but that's kind of fun, you know. Now you Elijah, you spent some time here. You kind of went to high school here, right?
I did.
Do you hang out around PSU much?
I haven't seen that guy in my life.
You haven't seen that guy? No, this was before your time.
I don't know who this man is.
No, that's good.
Yeah. I know that. Didn't this guy play for the Packers?
He did, yeah. No, look at you. Yeah, that's the thing. Do you like the Green Bay Packers football team?
No, I'm just a big fan of this guy's work.
That's right. So by the time he makes about 1969, 1970, he's moved his way up to Portland, and he gets a scholarship to play football for Portland State University, right downtown. Go Vikings!
Go Vikings!
Oh yeah, Michael, he's a fellow alumnus. You and him, you got something in common with it. You don't look dissimilar either. Like it's there.
I could fix him.
Tall. Yeah. That's what we call hybristophilia.
Oh, that's
Yeah, there's a word
horrifying.
for wanting to fuck violent dudes.
Okay.
It's called hybristophilia.
That's
Yeah.
the same way
Must
I
be
feel
what
about
my
like
mom has.
Ah! Who are you? Man, a lot of comedians. Yeah, we can get you a mic bump. Yeah, I like how you asked for it. That's nice. But yeah, again, so he gets up to PSU, starts playing football, becomes active in the campus Christian ministry. Shocker.
that's a red flag.
And everyone's like, he was kind of quiet. He had a few girlfriends. You know, he had some friends. He played football. But again, his PSU coach managed to get 2 separate sexual misconduct charges dismissed. One of them happened in Vancouver. Managed to transcend state lines. That's how good of a football player, or really how much we value football players over rape victims. That's what I wanted, was one solitary clap for that excellent point. So this is just your local weekly reminder to kick your local football coach in the dick. So yes, Elijah, you are correct. He was drafted to the Green Bay Packers in 1974, but he was cut during training because he was stalking a girlfriend of his. Yeah, you got to show up for practice.
Did you see him catch the ball though? Like he catches a ball.
Well, that's the thing. That's the problem with high school sports and everything, is because it makes a kid feel like they're invisible, they can do anything. And he was a really good football player in every local sphere he played in, and he was still like 490th in the draft pick. Like, that's for his position, not like everybody. So that means there's 489 dudes that other teams wanted more than him. So he kind of just barely squeaked into the NFL.
But you still get like 6 sexual assault
Yeah.
That's good for at least
incidents,
6.
right?
That's good for at least
I mean, he
6.
was drafted. That's a thing.
So, Jane, let me
Yobi.
ask you, what did you do when you were talking about how you did college? What did you do immediately after college in the job market?
I immediately went to work. I graduated on Monday and I went to work on Wednesday.
Oh,
So
hot
that was
damn.
exciting.
Doing what?
Graphic design. I have
yeah.
a BA in graphic design with a minor in illustration and a minor in technical copywriting. And my first job out of college, I was the graphic coordinator for the city of Albuquerque's biopark. So it was like the zoo and Tingley Beach, the aquarium, and the Botanic Gardens.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Randy Woodfield was raping a bunch of women at knife point after college.
I know, right? We've all got stuff.
I just see how I segued into that point from that really helpful answer you gave.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It's just like graphic design, only there's no sex or knives.
Yeah, but at this point, though, Randy doesn't have a football coach to cover his ass, so he does end up serving 4 years in prison. But when he's arrested for one sexual assault, when the police were questioning him, he remained cool as a cucumber and insisted he didn't, quote, have to rape women because they came to him.
Big flex.
I love that defense. That's always my favorite defense. I don't have to rape women, or I like I would rape a better looking woman. That one's really good too.
You know, that guy who was our president. Isn't that fun?
God.
So, about a year after he washes out of the NFL, Randy kills 3 former classmates right here in Portland. One downtown was a former girlfriend of his, Southwest 6th Avenue, in her apartment right downtown. He stabbed her after sexually assaulting her. Another friend, these two couple were dating, a girl and a guy, and he broke into their house and shot them both. So that's pretty fun. And after that, he embarks on the killing spree that he got his nickname from. He takes off south down the I-5 and starts committing armed robberies and assaults on whatever women he comes by. He murders 2 clerks in a grocery store in Kaiser. One clerk at a grocery store in Kaiser. And then also all the way down in Redding, California, he breaks into a home and kills a mother and a daughter in one night. So now he's up to 5. Before coming all the way back to Portland. This part's unfortunate, but his last murder was committed after what I would call the saddest birthday party ever. This dipshit, for his 26th birthday or whatever, rented out the ballroom of a Marriott downtown for all of him and his college friends to party at, and nobody came.
He had murdered 3 of them previously.
Yeah, I know.
So that's gonna taint the fucking RSVPs.
Draw no comparisons to that in tonight. Draw none. This is not that. I'm having a good time.
That's what they're all talking about. Yo, I heard Colin murdered somebody.
Yeah,
that's
going
why.
to his fucking show.
Yeah.
It wouldn't go to a show. But he got pissed off one night.
Because nobody showed up.
Yeah,
he got heard about that.
Nobody showed up, so he went to this
decided
other...
to murder more of them.
Yeah, female friend from college. He went over to her apartment in the Northwest area and busted in and assaulted her and murdered her as well. Now, not long after that, there was DNA connection to the Kaiser and the Redding murders, so the cops were able to pinpoint him. Also, he had a record, so it was pretty easy, makes sense to go pop this guy for it.
Yeah.
So they got him. He tried the whole thing again with the whole I don't need to rape women or whatever. They're like,
'Cause
we
I
have your
can catch 'em
DNA,
all.
dipshit. Lengthy trial. He's proven guilty. Gets sentenced to life imprisonment and does not say a word. He's still alive. He has not confessed to a single thing. He got arrested for the murders, said nothing. But because of DNA and everything, he has been linked to 44 unsolved homicides up and down the I-5. So it's not just the 7 or 8 that we know. This homie's got numbers. And his big thing was that he put on the gridiron face mask, like the face paint that the football players put on their cheeks. So he remains in prison in Salem to this day at age 73, and may he expire soon. That's Randy Woodfield.
Man, I live right down the street from that fucking corrections facility, too.
That's fun.
It's up on State in Lancaster. I live down
It has a
State.
fascinating history, that prison.
It is gorgeous. It is such a pretty prison.
You should read
It's all
Carl
red brick.
Panzram's book.
It's beautiful. I'm good. I don't think I want to. Thank you.
All right, now is time of the evening where we play a game. So I need a volunteer from the audience to play a game with us.
Don't everyone rush
Who
up
wants-
here.
yeah, get up here. We're gonna play 2. This is gonna get up here. Get up here. Get up here, everybody. Michael Phelps.
Oh my God,
Everybody
Michael
clap
Phelps,
for
I love your
Michael.
work.
Have a seat. Have a
I
seat.
can't believe I got chosen.
Welcome,
I know,
stranger.
right?
Yeah. Hey, what's your name? Oh, don't look at those. Those are the answers.
I can't even read.
Oh, good. So this is great. You're going to love this because this is a game we like to play called Splatter Spelling Bee.
Nice.
Yeah, we're going to spell some words. It's your standard spelling bee.
Oh,
So
thank God.
say the word, spell it, say it again. Now, if someone gets it wrong, you're each going to get 2 words, but if someone gets their word wrong, you can steal it, and they're going to increase in point value over the 2 rounds of the game.
All right, go for
So let's start with Jane.
Jane. Jane.
No. No.
She nailed it.
That's pretty good job, but no. Jane, your first word is puncture.
Puncture. Puncture. Puncture.
That's correct. Yay! Jane gets a point.
Oh my God.
All right, Elijah, coming to you next. Your first word is forensic.
Forensic. FORENSIC.
Oh, that's correct.
Nailed it.
These might have been easier than I initially thought. That's okay. Last month they were really fucking hard. Nobody won. I had to give away a pity prize. So we got Jane at a point, Elijah at a point, Michael.
Oh my God, special guest Michael.
Special guest. Your first word. Fellatio.
What?
Fuck.
He's never. This is my word. Anyway.
F A.
Can I steal it?
Not yet. He hasn't finished fucking up yet.
FELA.
Stop it.
I wasn't doing anything.
Jane's like the parent at the spelling bee in the crowd being like, it's an L. It's an L. It's an L, Caleb.
Except she's just trying to fuck up every kid except for her son.
Is it really FE? That seems weird.
Fellatio.
Don't listen to them.
F-E-
They're trying to make you be wrong.
LLATI fellatio. SUCKINGDICK fellatio.
The judges are gonna count that.
I like that. Yeah, we'll give you a point. Tied up. Fucking.
Fellatio.
You pretty much your last most coherent spelling right before you did that fucking joke was pretty much right. You know, if you just said the O at the end,
yeah.
which is the easiest one.
It actually has a T. All right.
Yeah, FELL.
T for titillating.
Oh, so you're
That's a
all
word
at
I
a
cannot
point.
spell.
Tied up. These next words are worth 2 points. You're not gonna get this one. Michael, let's go backwards
All right, let's
this
see
way.
it. Yeah, serpentine style.
Gratification.
Oh. Fellatio.
Nah.
No, gratification. SUCKINGDICK. Gratification. ORGASM. Okay, I'll be GRATIFACTION.
Can I steal it?
That's gratifaction. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you can steal it, Jane.
Gratification. GRATIFACTION.
I forgot the I.
Wait. Do it one more time.
GRATIFACTION. Gratification.
That's also incorrect.
Matt Franco, wake the fuck up.
What do you want? What do you want to
Yeah,
steal?
I'll
Try to
steal
steal
it.
it?
Gratification. GRATIFICATION.
Oh my God, that's correct!
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go, Elijah. You're sitting at 3 points. You're winning right now. Oh my God. So now here's your word. This one's a little bit tougher, all right? Sororocide.
Sororos. What
It's
does
the-
that word mean?
It's the murder of a sister.
Oh. Yeah.
My sisters often threaten sororocide upon each other. Just means I'm gonna kill you, sister.
Yeah, like a sorority where they
Yeah,
murder each other.
sorority. Yeah.
Sororocide.
Black Christmas.
SOROCIDE.
Dude, that's
Sororocide.
correct.
I'm
Oh my
killing
God,
this
you're
game.
killing this.
It's just the one R. That's wow. Okay.
That
Yeah.
sounds like
There's
a
two Rs,
Pornhub
but they're out of
category,
order.
though,
Yeah,
doesn't
no,
it?
Together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jane,
Yeah.
Sororicide?
The sororicide.
you might have this one.
Okay.
So we're working at 1 point, 1 point,
Fucking
five. 5
5
points.
Yeah,
5
it's,
points.
It's lonely at the top.
Fucking Carl's Jr. assistant
Goddamn.
manager over here.
You might get this one though.
What?
Jane, your last word is pseudo commando.
pseudo commando. I'm sorry. PSUEDO COMMANDO.
That's incorrect.
PSU, go Vikes.
Would you like to steal
Yes.
Pseudo Commando?
Video.
I'll try. PSEUDO
Damn it.
COMMANDO.
Oh my God, that's correct, Michael Phelps. You
went to
did
college.
not win, but you did it honorably. That gives you 3 points,
Woo.
1 point,
5
fucking
points.
points. You know what that means, Elijah?
Did I
It
win?
means you get a free round of mini golf at Wonderwood Springs.
Wonderwood
hell yeah.
Springs.
There you go, buddy.
Thank you.
I'll be your caddy.
Yes. That's wonderful. All right, get the fuck out of here.
All right.
All
Thanks,
right.
everybody.
Hey, everybody clap
Thanks
for
to
Michael
Michael
Phelps.
Phelps.
Michael, yeah. Playing the splatter spelling bee and doing it valiantly. We love you for it. All right, let's get into another murder story. All right. This one is going to be the worst Randy we talk about. We're talking about a man known as the Freeway Killer, a.k.a. the Scorecard Killer, a.k.a. Randy Kraft. Look at that guy. Doesn't he just look like my hero?
Yeah, he looks like half of the lunch ladies in America.
Yeah. This was a rambling and roving gay serial killer in the 70s and 80s. You know, our killers tonight are not only just traveling serial killers. They're all born around the same time, like 1950 to 1953.
Oh, wow.
Right, kind of area. So it's kind of interesting. That's a big serial killer time. The subtitle I wrote for this is "Fuck, man, overkill." We're gonna get to that because Randy Kraft has some of the Freeway Killer's crimes are amongst the most brutal and numerous, totaling out at a body count of 67 young men. That's how many guys he killed.
We have that in common.
Yeah, nice. A body count of 67.
I don't know. I never kept count.
Yeah, I was gonna say that doesn't seem like your style.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I know
feel like
it
they all
sounds-
start to blend together after 30.
Who knows? It's you know how it is. It's been a long time. I date. Whatever.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Can I ask when you lost your virginity? How old you were?
16.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you're what now?
43.
Sweet. Good for you.
Thank you.
16's a good age. I think we should mandate that, frankly.
It was normal. He was 18, also a virgin. It was fine.
Yeah, that's cool. How old was I? 18? The girl was 17. Is that a problem? Is that bad?
No,
Okay.
that's normal.
I think we're good.
Yeah, it's the age of
This was
consent
a weird
is for like 6
tangent.
years. I mean, it's about crime, right? The age of consent is only for 6 years.
Yeah, on either side.
Well, not going.
I was gonna
It
say.
doesn't usually
It
go.
doesn't count for a 12-year-old and an 18-year-old.
Yeah,
I should
no,
know.
that's
Unless
not.
you're in Mexico.
No, Mexico's still not.
Pretty sure the age of consent is lower in Mexico.
I don't know that it's 12. That seems ridiculously
All right,
low.
that's egg on my face. Sorry, I thought that I bought her legally.
I just feel like 12 is still a preteen. Is all. I'm just, whatever.
Hey, if they're old enough to crawl, they're in the right position.
I have to go.
Ah.
I love you so much, Joe.
I
Yuck.
love you.
Jesus Christ.
Let's get into Randy.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
So Randy was born in 1949, and the reason we call him the Scorecard Killer is because he was caught super red-handed. Not only the main way he was captured, but also, you keep Elijah? You keep like track of your notes and stuff of your sets of your,
I think I used to, but
You
not
don't
so
do
much
as much?
anymore. No.
But when you in your notebook or wherever you have them, do you have like the whole thing written out, or you just have like the topic of the joke?
I do both.
No.
Mhm.
I try to. You know why I ask is because Randy Kraft kept a scorecard with all of his victims on it, where he picked them up, what the date was,
Oh,
but he didn't put any of their names.
I do that.
Yeah, he
That's
just
what
put
I
little
do
mnemonic
that.
devices. So one that he found up in Portland was Portland. One that he cut the head off was No Head. One that was like he just put a nickname in for all of them. One was a kid who was from Iowa, so it just said Iowa in there, and it had their age. It had like a little short physical description, where he picked them up, and what the date was.
I see.
So when the cops found that, they were like, "Oh, you're the dude. You're the dude." But it was complicated because this happened in Southern California. Mostly, where most of his victims left off the freeway. There were so many serial killers in Southern California in the 1970s that the cops, there was 3 different ones all nicknamed the Freeway Killer. We'll get into those in a little bit.
They're all fucking fighting over who gets to use the name.
Yeah, the funniest thing is
Bro,
the other
you haven't
two.
even killed 30 people. Just give me the fucking nickname.
Well, the other
cool
two
it,
were
dude.
like disgusted by Randy Kraft. They were
Oh.
compared to him. They're like, so you're kind of like Randy Kraft, like the Freeway Killer, and both of those other serial killers. Like, that dude's fucking gross.
Hell no. We
I don't torture
associate
gay
with that
men
guy.
in my car and then shove their bodies out onto the freeway. I just shoot them in the head.
So there is some kind of honor amongst serial
Oh,
killers.
100%. There are definitely serial killers who think because of how they do it or why they do it or what their upbringing was, how they like intellectualize it, they think that they are above other people. Yeah, they're a bunch of catty little bitches. They're like men in Texas. You know? So, Randy grew up, he was a conservative kid, conservative family in the 1960s. He joins the U.S. Air Force, spends a few years in there, learns data processing, learns how to work computers. He gets himself dishonorably discharged from the Air Force by coming out as gay. Comes out to his family, it's not a really big deal. You'd think it would be a horrific thing. He actually had like a decent relationship with his family even after coming out. Starts working at a gay bar as a bartender and starts cruising for hookups. And he also later gets a data processing job working in the early days of computers, which required him to drive huge stretches of the highway up in between California, Oregon, and Washington, the West Coast in there. So he was a quiet, seemingly monogamous gay man. He always had like a serious partner that he lived with, you know. But apparently, behind closed doors, when he'd pick up a young man in his car, he was really into pumping them full of 5 times the fatal amount of alcohol. These guys were found and had blood alcohol things of like 1.5 something. Like anything that, like if you don't get medical attention at that point, you die. You aspirate, like definitely. But he liked to bite dudes' nipples off. That was a preferred fetish of his. He had a really big thing for shoving, much like Dean Corll, the Texas serial killer, he had a really big thing for shoving metal stirrers up dudes' urethras and snapping them off when they're in there. He had a big thing of transporting the corpses. Apparently this is an army thing where you shove a sock up the rectum of the dead body. I don't know what you guys do with your socks. But you shove it up there so that if anything leaks, it's not leaking in your car, so to speak.
That's an army thing?
Yeah, apparently it's a thing that in the army, if a dude's killed in action and they need to transport the body.
So they're
they'll
not
shove
just marching with socks
No.
up their ass.
They'll shove a
All
sock
right.
up a dead body's ass so it won't leak in transit.
Okay.
Yeah.
This sounds like an unsolicited conversation that got you fired from your last job.
Yeah,
or
no,
something.
this is they didn't
did you
care for
know?
this at Eastport Liquor. Turns out hopeless alcoholics just buying their weekly fifth of Old Crow don't want to hear about how Randy Kraft burnt dudes' eyelids off with his car cigarette lighter.
Damn, that's insane.
Yeah, how do you light cigarettes when you drive?
With a lighter.
Oh, so you don't do the Kraft method
No.
of getting a young, supple boy and torturing him and then lighting your smoke off of that. Yeah,
What do
it's pretty
serial
cool.
killers even use for torture anymore? They don't have cigarette lighters. They have to bring their
I
own
know. That's
from
what's
home.
so that's what's so fun about this case is it really harkens back to the good old days.
Right? Yeah, my dad had a secret family during this time. This is the pre-fucking internet era when you could have a whole secret family or murder a bunch of people up and down the highway. Either way, my dad liked to make secret people. Whatever.
This guy liked to eliminate secrets.
Yeah, it goes both ways.
So bodies were often thrown from his moving car as a mode of disposal.
How is that not suspicious? I feel
it
like I
should
would
have
be
been.
like, is that a dead body that just came out of that Prius? You
There
know?
was witnesses, but he would drive off so quick. There was one that left one hit the thing. He was driving so fast, the body hit the pavement so hard, it left a 150-yard streak of blood on the road.
That is horrifying.
Just like fucking boy roadkill. So cops zeroed in on Randy several times because he knew some of the victims. Some of them, when he was bartending at a gay bar, some of them were his regulars, which kind of flies in the face of the bit I did earlier. Disregard that. About bartenders not being able to be serial killers. It's fine. But at any
you
rate,
can do anything you
we
want.
can do anything
Don't let
we
him
want,
tell
Rob.
you can't be a serial killer and a
Batarang
bartender.
boy over there.
Right? Colin just has a
That's
negative attitude.
Don't let anybody
right.
tell you can't be a serial killer.
That's right. You could kill all the Honey Nut Cheerios.
We believe in you. You could get up
Heyo.
early. I believe.
But so the cops were really at this time icked out by gay shit. So it's very much similar thing with like Jeffrey Dahmer. Like he gets a kid returned to his apartment because the cops are like zeroing in on him and they're like, "What are you doing with this unconscious man in the passenger seat of your car, Randy Kraft?" He's like, "He's my boyfriend. He's had too much to drink." And cops are almost always in that way like, "Ew, fuck, gross," like gay shit. And they just leave him alone, and then that guy gets murdered. Like, happens all the time. Last podcast on the left made the saying, "A sheen of gay keeps the cops away." So if you ever want the cops to leave you alone, just start acting a little bit queer. And I don't think now that'd be the case, though.
I think that's just for men. It does not work for women. When
No,
women
they
are
wanna
gay in front of
beat-
cops, they
wanna
like that.
beat a gay woman up.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. So eventually, very few serial killers have been caught as red-handed as Randy Kraft and our third story. But Randy was arrested with a corpse in his passenger seat. He literally gets pulled over for swerving. This dude's like slumped over in the seat. Cop's like, "What's going on?" And he's like, "That's my boyfriend. He's just drunk." And it's like, "Nah, I'm pretty sure he's dead." Because he's like not moving or breathing. And then he's like, "You got me." Probably
Right.
stank just a wee bit. I don't know if he
He's got
employed the
rigor
sock
mortis.
method, if he had that
Nah,
time.
he just stank.
Yeah, just a stinky laugh. Oh, another thing I forgot to mention. Randy Kraft had this weird thing. He killed a few Marines because he lived near a Marine base. So that's where he picked up a bunch of hitchhikers, dudes coming on and off the base. He had a special thing. He only decapitated his victims if they were Marines. He had this special thing about Marines where like, I'm going to cut their heads off and like play with them a little bit, I guess. I don't know.
Okay.
But anyways, very long trial. This was at the time the second longest trial in California history after the Manson murders. And then was slowly surpassed, I think, a few years later by the McMartin preschool thing, then the Menendez brothers, and then OJ, you know, what are you going on? But basically, he does not say anything, much like Randy Woodfield. He hasn't confessed to none of it. But again, with the scorecard and the body in your front seat, kind of got you dead to rights, pun intended. So he, to this day, is serving his life sentence at age 79 in San Quentin prison. Yeah.
But at least he isn't in my neighborhood. That's exciting.
Right? That's nice.
Although, as a not gay man, I feel like I'm safe regardless. But it's
Yeah.
nice that he's, elsewhere.
That's the thing. It's like when I was talking to my wife about John Wayne Gacy once. She's like, "We need to stop talking about this because it's scaring me." And I'm like, "You're a woman. No one is safer around John Wayne Gacy than a supple-breasted woman." Jesus, Lee. That's what got the Jesus out of you? Yeah. All right, fair enough. Fair enough!
Does your wife like it when you call her supple-breasted?
I mean, that's better than shitty-breasted, isn't it?
I mean, it's better than... I just feel like I would prefer...
I wouldn't say it because her breasts are very nice.
Okay, I also have nice breasts, but I would prefer if my husband would pick a different descriptor. Maybe not about my tits.
Supple makes it small, them sound small, doesn't it? You know, and unassuming. Which is not the case.
It's not the case.
No.
Okay.
I don't know why we're talking about this.
You brought up your supple-breasted wife. I asked if
know.
there was a
I'm
better
just
descriptor.
trying to roll with the punches, bro.
Okay, I just was like, is there a better descriptor, perhaps?
Can we play another game?
Oh, yeah, let's play another game.
Let's play one more game. I need one more person to play the game.
Oh, my goodness.
Zachary, get up here.
I get feedback when you point the mic over.
Me?
What?
Okay.
Yeah, let Zachary. Come on up here, Zachary Clark. Zachary Clark, everybody. I mean, random audience member whom I don't know.
Definitely not another comic that we all work with all the time.
How you doing, Dad?
Oh, I'm all right. I'm all right. Is his mic live?
No, give me 1 second, sorry.
1,000.
Man. Are you going to make him spell fellatio?
No, this is trivia. This
Oh,
good.
man.
This is the
Also,
trivia
fun
section.
fact, Colin, age of consent in Mexico is 15, not 12.
Ah,
Yeah.
Thank
damn
you.
it.
I looked it up.
The
Yeah.
federales
I
are going to be on
appreciate
my
that.
ass.
Yeah, that boy was too young for you.
He seemed fine.
This is like the dog thing.
He
They
got a
can't
pack of
consent.
Twizzlers.
Yeah. Colin just fucking dogs and boys.
He
That's
got
just,
a
does
bag
not.
of it was more than just the physical. There was a connection there.
Colin's
Jane. You
dressed
don't under-
especially like he
Even
fucks
if there
dogs and
is.
boys right now.
You don't
Even if
understand.
there's a
Like
connection.
I was
you look
able
like
to
a
say
dog
things
and boy
to
fucker.
Ignacio.
Colin, shut the fuck up, you dog and boy fucker.
Is this not a good bit?
Oh my God.
Is this not good? Is this?
We gotta
is
get
No,
him a bolo
it's
tie that
problematic
says
at
dog
best.
and boy fucker.
Hey, recent employers, do you like this from me? Yeah.
Yeah, did his background check? Does he fuck
Yeah.
dogs and boys, Joe?
They're about to make T-shirts that says "I'm with dog and boy fucker" here.
The bulldog fucker Mattox.
There you go. Yeah,
there we
change
go.
your Instagram
We
name.
gotta make the brand right.
Bulldog
you know?
and young boy fucker Colin Mattox.
So this is our trivia section. We call it trivia because they're gross questions. We're gonna start with Jane.
Oh, good.
All right, and every question, if you get it wrong, you can steal it, just like the spelling. Okay, you just
Okay.
gotta ask.
Okay.
And these are gonna increase in point value as we go.
All right. You
All
want to
right.
just give all the points to Elijah right now? We just not
No. Number one.
Number one.
So in relation to our last case, Randy Kraft, what are the names of the other two freeway killers that I mentioned? Now, I didn't already say it, but there was two other people killing people at the same time as Randy Kraft also got called freeway killers. So I'm going to give you a multiple choice. Don't worry.
Okay.
So I'm going to give you some pairs. So was it A, Lawrence Bittaker and Roy Norris, B, John Wayne Gacy and Ted Bundy,
No.
C, Patrick Kearney and William Bonin, or D, Ed Gein and Jerry Brudos?
It's A or C.
Oh, you got to pick one.
I'm going to say C. Final answer.
C?
Yeah.
You think it's Patrick Kearney and William Bonin?
Was that C?
That's correct!
Yeah.
1
Yeah.
point for Jane!
Gein was not a highway killer. Ted Bundy, not a highway killer.
No.
So, boom.
Elijah, true or false? FBI agent Robert Ressler was the first person to use the term serial killer in the 1970s.
I'm gonna say false.
You're going to say false? That is also correct, Elijah Mang. It was actually German detective Ernst Gnat,
Oh, that Ernst.
and that was in 1930-something.
Yeah, like 1960 something was too late.
70. Yeah, well, that's
Oh,
for the
whatever.
BSU. If you watch Mindhunter, which I highly recommend if you're into this shit on Netflix, it's really good.
I think I have.
Zachary Clark. Speaking of German serial killers and German stuff. Oh, this is nice because your wife. Who
Hitler.
was the child-killing German farmer in the 1500s who claimed to be a werewolf? This is multiple choice. Was it A, Fritz Harman, B, Peter Stump, C, Karl Denke, or D, Peter Kierten?
Man, you gave me a lot of really easy to remember and pronounce names there.
I'll repeat them if you want.
No, I don't want to hear them again. We'll do B. B feels good.
B, you're going with Peter Stump?
No, that's a fake name. Let's do D. We'll go
D,
D.
Peter Kierten?
Sure.
Zachary, I'm so happy to tell you that you're fucking wrong!
Ooh, can I
Peter
steal it?
Stump was so real! You
Oh
had
my
it!
wasn't
god, I
out.
was gonna
Damn.
steal
You fucking
it!
had it!
Oh my
Damn.
god, no, it's B. It's B. It's Peter Stump.
It was
That
definitely
sucked.
B, yeah, and I also spoiled it so you can't steal
I
it.
know,
So,
I know that. I know that now.
so
He was just so
we'll
excited
give
that I
you
got it
half a
wrong.
point. We'll give that one's worth 3, so we'll give you a point,
Okay.
and we'll give you half a point.
Your points are meaningless.
No,
Admit
they're
it.
not.
Admit it.
You can win things. They go up. You get
Okay.
the next question.
Oh, good. I like it when it's me.
This one's true or false too.
Oh, damn it.
True or false? Texas serial killer Dean Corll could not be captured because he was himself murdered by a teenage accomplice. True or false?
Oh, I want that to be true. I want it to be true.
So that's your answer?
Yes, my answer is true because I want that.
That is true! Yeah!
Fucking murder them,
That's
teenage
4
accomplices.
points, yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Dean Corll recruited 2 teenage boys, Elmer Wayne Henley Jr. and David Brooks, to lure their high school friends into Dean's
And
Houston
instead-
home so that he could strap them to a torture board and kill them.
but instead they trapped him to a torture board and put him in the oven.
Well,
And-
you know what happened
No,
is
okay.
that Elmer Wayne Henley brought a girl to the house, and that was a big no-no to Dean. So Dean got mad, was going to kill
Dudes
them all.
only. Hell yeah.
Elmer made him
This guy's not
cut
so
the binds
bad.
off, and then to save his friends, Wayne Henley shot Dean Coral to death, and then called the cops on himself. So.
One
He's
rule.
killing people, and he's
Yeah.
like, you brought girls here? You.
So 1
You
point,
violated
2
my
point.
consent by bringing women here.
Right?
Yeah, that's
That crosses
exactly
the
how
line.
it went down.
Yeah, guys, come on. Yeah, it's not
Torture.
funny.
He was a flashy gay 30-year-old Dean Coral, so I have to imagine when the girl was like, "You ruined everything." Sorry, that was stereotypical. But I stand by it. Number 5, Elijah Mang. This is a tough one. This is worth 5 points. How many victims were claimed by Jack the Ripper? Was it A, at least 5, B, 8 or 9, C, 12, or D, more than 15?
I'm gonna say more than. No, can you read that again?
Is it A, at least 5, B, 8 or 9, C, 12, or D, more than 15?
Can I phone a friend?
No.
All right, we're rocking with
We're
D.
going with Rob.
We're
Wait,
going
wait.
with
Can I
D.
say B? Can I say B?
I haven't
Wait
said if
a
he's
second.
wrong
What
yet.
if I
Well, then
want to
if
say
he
B?
is-
You know
well-
what? You seem like you have a strong feeling
No.
that it's B now.
Well, Michael Phelps says it's C.
Why?
He's saying B.
Oh, now he's
All
saying
right.
D.
We're gonna go with. All right, that's my final answer is B.
Is B.
Yes.
Elijah, you're fucking wrong.
Oh, you guys
It was
lied to
A.
me. I thought you
A?
were my
It was
friends.
A.
5?
Five confirmed, probably a couple more.
I
How
thought
many did he claim, though? Was it?
He wrote letters where he claimed 5.
Oh, okay. I thought he killed, like, tons of
I
hookers.
thght it was 9.
He
Yeah.
I
probably
genuinely
killed
thought it
more
was
I thought it was
9.
9, too. I thought, like,
there
damn.
was a big thing saying who it might have been.
And that's
what
wrong. It
might
was
have
9.
been.
We all get points.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
Incorrect.
Jane, Michael, and I say 9, so it's fucking 9.
It's
Colin.
9. Yeah, we decided.
Majority rules, all right?
Is that your answer?
This is democracy.
No.
This is
No.
not the rest of America.
You already
just
told
this.
us. I thought we can't do this one anymore. Did you say
Yeah,
the
yeah,
answer?
yeah, yeah. What if I did it? What if I just was like, no, do it again?
Yeah.
Now that you know the answer.
Yeah, it was
Well-
5.
It was 5.
Zachary, I thank you so much for playing.
Do I not get a second
Did
question?
he win?
No.
Oh, you only had 5 questions?
I can
For
give you
3
one
people?
more.
Oh, no, it's fine. No, it's
no,
okay.
no, I got one
5
more.
questions.
I got one more. Let me think. I'll make it a true or false. I'll make it a true or false. This
Oh, he's
one's
coming up with one on the fly.
6 points. So true or false? True or false? Okay. Vlad the Impaler impaled his victims through a hole he cut in their lower back, which then came out their mouth through their intestinal tract. True or false?
True.
You think that's true?
I think that's true. Yeah.
I thought it was just their heads.
I'm sorry to say that that's false.
Damn. I thought he went from the ass to mouth.
He went from the ass. Yeah,
Damn.
that's the thing.
I thought he went from ass
all you
to
had to
mouth.
say was
but-
false.
Well, I thought that,
Vlad
you
the
know,
Impaler
I thought
invented
that I
ass
was
to
just a
mouth.
dumbass.
No,
you know,
you're
and it was
great.
Ass
That's all
to
I heard
mouth.
was that Vlad the
Okay.
Impaler
See,
likes
here
ass
we
to
are at
mouth.
Murder
Yeah.
Casserole, where only the guests win the games, so not the
Yay.
audience.
Woo.
produce.
Yeah.
And people are going to
won.
stop volunteering at a certain point.
Yeah, whenever you have like an audience member, you just call them stupid afterwards.
Yeah.
Like, you get it
Yeah.
wrong, you go, what a fucking
Well, I think in the
idiot."
last one, both of the guests won, so that makes this one even.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
But thanks. Every clap
Yeah.
for Zachary.
Thank you, Colin.
Yeah.
Woo! Clap for
Did a great
Zachary.
job. Thanks, buddy. Jane, that means you win. You get the other ticket.
Elijah
Which,
and I
you
are
know-
going to
Look
go
at us.
miniature golfing.
You might just want to give that to Zachary if you're not a dick. 'cause
Well, I
he
just
lives
feel like
here.
you guys
Yeah.
could go together.
But I took yours and almost
or
started to
like
crumble.
literally anyone you want.
Yeah, anybody here. So we have
Right.
one more case and then we're out of here. So we
Okay.
got to talk about this guy really quick. Look at this guy. Look at this guy's face.
No.
Look at that classic serial killer face.
They're
talking to
going
me?
in hotness descending order. Like
Yeah,
we
yeah,
started
no.
with the hottest guy, and now we are literally at this.
I did that for you. I wanted you to.
Oh,
I wanted you to
excellent.
dry out throughout the episode.
It's torture.
this
You're a sadist.
guy, we call him Semi-Daddy.
No.
You know why? because he's our truck driver serial killer of the episode. Yeah, remember I teased him?
Oh, yeah. He did say we were going to have a truck driver. I forgot about
This
that.
medium drink of crick water is Robert Ben Rhodes. Robert Ben, that's him right there. And he's got a little something in common with me. He's an Iowa boy, Robert Ben. Yeah, he was
It's
born.
not just the glasses.
Yeah, it's not just the glasses or the demeanor.
They called him
yeah.
Bobby Ben. Bobby Ben.
Hey, yo, Bobby Ben. Sorry, it's Iowa. That's not Iowa. Hey, yo, Bobby Ben. Where you going there? Where you get? What do you got? I'm gonna stop this bit. You don't like this. So, born in Council Bluffs, Iowa, in 1945, he came from an awesome family, guys. Not like many serial killers. Robert Ben Rhodes Sr., this guy's father, actually committed suicide in jail while awaiting charges of pedophilia. Yeah.
Give it up for pedophiles who kill themselves in jail.
Make pedophiles swing again. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
That's hot.
Pretty good. So he eventually joins the army, joins the military, not dissimilar from Randy Kraft. And then he has 3 abusive marriages that all end because he's a dick
Yeah.
and hits his wife.
He has 3 abuses of marriages because he's an abuser.
Yeah,
and he got
exactly.
married, so.
He also gets himself ingratiated into the local BDSM scene, which is how we have this fun little picture. Look at that! Man, see, that's not a bad picture right
He's
there.
smiling here.
Yeah, see? And also, look how happy he is. You're in a daddy dungeon, and
does
someone
look
pulls
happy.
out a Polaroid. Usually I'm like, get that thing away. This guy was like, no, you know what? This is a Kodak moment. Thank you for that. Thanks, guys. Worked hard on that joke.
Oh, my God.
So he also gets himself a job as a long-haul trucker. So he's driving from Iowa, Illinois, all the way across country, one end to another, every which way.
Dressed like
long-haul trucking. Mostly,
Makes him feel
definitely
special.
wearing that under his Carhartt flannel.
Mm-hmm.
That's the deal. So in 1980, a couple of kids in their young 20s from Seattle, Patricia Walsh and her new husband, Doug Ziskowski, were murdered and dumped hundreds of miles apart from one another. They had been hitchhiking around Seattle and gotten picked up. And then the same thing happened about a year later in Texas to 2 teenagers, Regina Walters and Ricky Jones, who were 18 and 19 respectively. Same kind of MO. The male was killed outright and dumped. His body was dumped not far from where they were picked up. However, the woman of the couple had a little bit of a rougher time. See, Robert Ben Rhodes, it turned out, had a mobile torture chamber in the sleeper cab of his semi where he would keep the female for a couple weeks, assaulting her, torturing her, before finally killing her and dumping her on the road. But the cops were super confused because they knew these bodies knew each other and were connected, but they were found literally... this first couple, Patricia's body was found in Oklahoma and Doug's was found in Idaho. Like, massive change. In the Regina Wallace and Ricky Jones, Ricky's body was found in Texas where they picked him up near Pasadena, and Regina's body was found in Illinois. So, like, massive spreads, crossing state lines. Also, he had another girl that he had captured for a while and was meaning to kill, and she escaped, but decided not to press charges because there was no witnesses to the things that happened.
I'd really love if like somebody walked in and saw this.
Yeah, just this.
Just to have a drink at this
Well,
place.
they're just like, let's see, there's people with microphones on
Be
stage.
like, hey, how's it going?
There's supposed to be oh my God, Dad? I don't know, that makes me hungry for leather. Come on, let's start a scene right here, the murder casserole scene.
I think it's just you, dude.
The Mushhead Militia. Yeah, it's just me.
Yeah, I think that's just you.
Yeah.
Huh. Weird.
So much like Randy Kraft, I just touched Elijah's thigh after all that on accident. I didn't mean to. I'm sorry. So much like Randy Kraft, like these two guys, it's rare for serial killers to be caught this red-handed. But he was caught with a screaming teenage girl naked and bound in the back of his semi-cab.
It's magical to be a woman.
Pretty hard to explain that away. Terrified girl. He gets arrested. He immediately confesses. to the 4 murders that are led to the
So it's
wall.
just the 4?
Just the 4.
Man, he barely even qualifies.
Yeah, I know. Because okay, well, that's a good. Segue.
3.
It's 3, and
3 is
what's
the
the
minimum.
other thing?
Do they have to be dead? I don't know.
No. Fun fact: to be qualified as a serial killer, they gotta have 3 victims and a cool down period. Somewhere
Oh, really?
in there,
Okay.
yeah.
And a cooldown.
Otherwise, it can be 3 or more, and if there's no cool down period, they're technically a mass murderer.
Okay. They're just on a murder spree.
Yeah, exactly.
They're just having a good time. You
So,
know?
like, Charles Starkweather, the guy that
Oh,
the
okay.
Bruce Springsteen song is about,
Yeah.
would be considered. He had 10 victims, 11 victims actually, but he would be considered a mass murderer because they all
they're
happened
all
like within
together.
a week.
Yeah.
Like, so confessed to the 4 murders, very quickly tried, gets sentenced to prison, and he remains in prison. All 3 of our subjects tonight still alive. This guy
one-
and Randy Kraft, 79, still alive in prison.
Is he in my backyard also?
No, he's in Illinois.
Fuck yes.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
I love it when they're not in Salem. Please
Yeah.
commit your murders elsewhere.
Commit your murders not in Oregon. That's the
Not
official
in
stance
Oregon.
of Jane Malone. Make some noise for Jane for doing the show. Make some noise for Elijah Mang as well. Please make some noise for Michael Phelps and Zachary Clark, our wonderful game contestants, and for everybody here at Covert, for both of the Joes, for Cody, and for Rob behind the bar for
Oh,
letting
that
us
Rob.
do that. That's
that
been our
Rob.
show. We'll be back in August, 3rd Thursday of every month. You guys get home safe, stay mushy, and I love you.